ISKCON अष्टोत्तर शतक श्रीमद् डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। ISKCON फाउंडर आचार्य VBT फाउंडर आचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोपीनाथ राधा कुंज श्याम कुंज गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथ धाम की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय। राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता विशाखा देवी की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। वृंदा देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। समगत वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरी टू असीम डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरी टू असीम डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरी टू असीम डिवोटीज। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। वासुदेवाय। ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया। भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिके। रीडिंग फ्रॉम श्रीमद् भागवतम 10th canto chapter 33। Chapter 23, text 30। गृह्णन्ति नो नः प्रतयः पितरौ सुता वा न bھṛātṛ-bandhu-suhṛdaḥ कुतः एव cānye tasmād bhavat-prapadayoḥ patitātmanāṁ no nānyā bhavet gatir arindama tad vidhehi gṛhṇanti no nah patayaḥ pitarau sutā va न bhrātṛ-bandhu-suhṛdaḥ kuta cānye। tasmād bhavat-prapadayoḥ patitātmanāṁ no nānyā bhavet gatir arindama tad vidhehi। gṛhṇanti no nah पतयो पितरौ सुता वा न bhrātṛ-bandhu-suhṛdaḥ kuta eva cānye tasmād bhavat-prapadayoḥ patitātmanāṁ no nānyā bhavet gatir arindama tad vidhehi gṛhṇanti no nah patayaḥ pitarau sutā न bhrātṛ-bandhu-suhṛdaḥ kuta eva cānye tasmād bhavat-prapadayoḥ patitātmanāṁ no nānyā bhavet gatir arindama tad vidhehi माताएं word meaning. gṛhṇanti, they will accept. Nah, us. Na, not. Patayaḥ, our husbands. Pitarau, fathers. Sutāḥ, sons. Ba, or. Na, not. bhrātṛ, brothers. Bandhu, other relatives. Suhṛdaḥ, and friends. Kutaḥ, how then? Eva, indeed. cha, and anye, other people. Tasmād, therefore. Bhavat, your. Prapadayoḥ, at the tips of the lotus feet. Patita, fallen. ātmanām, whose bodies. Nānyā, for us. Not. anyā, any other. Bhavet, there can be. Gatiḥ, destination. Arindama, O chastiser of enemies. That. Vidhehi, kindly bestow upon us. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. Our husbands, fathers, sons, brothers, other relatives and friends will no longer take us back. And how could anyone else be willing to give us shelter? Therefore, since we have thrown ourselves at your lotus feet and have no other destination, please, O chastiser of enemies, grant our desire. Please repeat. Our husbands, fathers, sons, brothers, other relatives and friends will no longer take us back. And how could anyone else be willing to give us shelter? Therefore, since we have thrown ourselves at your lotus feet and have no other destination, please, O chastiser of enemies, grant our desire. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments as follows. From their very youth, the Brahmanas' wives and had heard about Lord Krishna's beauty, qualities and sweetness from the women folks of Vrindavan village, and also from the flower ladies, the betel nut sellers and others. Consequently, they always felt ecstatic love for Krishna and were indifferent to their husband and their household duties. Their husbands, seeing them as deviant, doubted them and avoided dealing with them as far as possible. Now, the wives of the Brahmanas were ready to formally reject their so-called families and neighbors, and out of great agitation, they were crying and placing their heads upon Lord Krishna's lotus feet, offering obeisances. In this way, with choking voices, they spoke the above verse. They begged that Lord Krishna bestow upon them the benediction, that He be their only destination, that He, the chastiser of enemies, subdue all their enemies, those difficulties that obstructing them from obtaining the Lord. The wives of Brahmanas simply wanted to serve Lord Krishna, and this is pure Krishna consciousness in ecstatic love of Godhead. So the purport to this verse by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada is end. Om Ajnanatimiraandhasya Jnananjana Sailakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurubhe Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dati Sotadantikam Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषः शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। गृह्णन्ति नूनः पतयो पितरौ सुता न bhrātṛ-bandhu-suhṛdaḥ kuta एव cānye tasmād bhavat-prapadayoḥ patitātmanāṁ nānyā bhavet gatir arindam tad vidhehi. Our husbands, fathers, sons, brothers, other relatives and friends will no longer take us back, and how could anyone else be willing to give us shelter? Therefore, since we have thrown ourselves at your lotus feet and have no other destination, please, O chastiser of enemies, grant our desire. Hare Krishna. आराध्य भगवान् ब्रजेश तनय तद्धाम वृन्दावनम् रम्या काचिदुपासना ब्रजवधू वर्गेण जाकल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेम पुमार्थमहान् श्रीचैतन्यमहाप्रभुर्मतमिदं तत्रोदरनापरः. So our worshipable Lord is a son of Nanda Maharaj, and Aradhya Bhagavan Brajesatanayo, and his pastime place, this Vrindavan Dham, is also equally worshipable by us. And to achieve the lotus feet of Krishna, we have to follow the footprints of the Brajagopis, Brajavadhu Vargena Jakalpita. And where is the proof? The proof is in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is considered as spotless Purana, Purana Mamalam. And the goal of life is to achieve love of Godhead. So here we see the wives of Brahmanas, they are following the instructions of Sri Krishna as he has given in Bhagavad Gita. Sarvadharman paritejya mam ekam saranam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mukhyai samimasucha. It is the last instruction of Sri Krishna, that he told that just surrender unto me. Give up everything, all other shelters. Just take shelter at my lotus feet. So that is what here we see the wives of the Brahmanas. They are following this instruction perfectly. But we see Krishna is telling, not you have to surrender to me means you have to also follow my instructions. Now Krishna has special instruction for them, that he is asking them to return back. Return back to your home. And then the wives of Brahmana, they are just approaching Krishna, describing what is their situation and how can they return back to their home. It is not possible. Because they are not, they are from the highest class in society, Brahmana. They are Brahmana wives. And once they left their home and their husbands, their fathers, their everything they left, they didn't consider anything, what will happen in future. They simply run at the lotus feet of Krishna. So they are telling, how can they accept us again? It is not possible. Please, you accept us again. So this pure bhakti is just like Dina Krishna Das is singing in their bhajan. Jaya Naga, Jaya Dija, Jaya Naga, Jaya Dija, Patni, Jaya Naga Kanyaga, Bhakti Teja Hara Paila, Govinda Jara. By following the pure devotional path of pure devotional service, Naga Kanyas, that's the wives of Kaliya. And here we see the Dija Patnis, the wives of the Brahmanas. They achieved perfection of their life. So in the previous class we have heard from Sankarshan Nitaya Prabhu, how he was describing about Karmakandi Brahmanas, that he is telling has this Vaishnava, then first Vaishnava, then you become Brahmana. A Smarta Brahmana, the Brahmanas here, they are the Karmakandi Brahmanas. They are engaged in Karmakandi Yajnas. Just they are doing this Yajnas, the Swaha, their goal is simply to attain the heavenly planet, heavenly pleasure. That's why these Brahmanas have no intelligence. They could not understand when these coward boys, the friends of Krishna and Balaram, they approach them. They pay them obeisances again and again with a humble mood, and with a meek and humble way. They approach them, but they could not understand, because whose intelligence is already diverted, who is already thinking for sense gratification, the karma kandis, or the jnana kandis, those who are thinking about just merged in impersonal Brahman, and they cannot understand the science of pure devotional service. That's why Narottama Das Thakur used to say, karma kanda, jnana kanda, sakale, visaravhanda, amrita baliya jehu khaye, नाना जोनी से ही फिरे कदर जे भक्षण करे तारा जन्म अधपते जाए. So Narottama Das Thakur is telling this karma kanda process in Veda, in the Vedic literature or in 4 Vedas, Rik, Sam, Yajur, Atharva, about 90% is simply dealing with karma kanda. You do this and you will get this. You will do this, you will get this, like this. Whatever you want, how you will fulfill your desires. If you want wealth, you worship Lakshmi. If you want to free from the obstacles, then you have to worship Ganesh. If you want to free from disease, you have to worship sun god. Like this, there's different. There's, if you want to have nice wife or nice husband, you have to worship Uma Shankar, Uma Parvati. Like this, there's so many. Everything is. Whatever you want, you have to achieve. So by worshipping the demigods, offering oblations in the fire, one can go to the heavenly planets. That is the Brahmanas were doing. So they are not any pure devotional service in that stage. So they could not understand the Brahmana voice. So there is karmakanda. That's why, not fantastically, if someone is following this path of karmakanda, then he cannot achieve the lotus feet of Krishna. There is karmakanda, there is also karma mishra bhakti. There is also jnana kanda, there is also jnana mishra bhakti. Sometimes one karma, when we worshipping demigods, following the Vedic injunctions, but when one worship Vishnu, but still he has material desires, then that is karma yoga. He is worshipping Vishnu to satisfying his material desires. This is karma yoga. At least yoga words is added, means is connected to Vishnu. So similarly, those following the path of jnana, knowledge, thinking this jagat mithya, brahman satya, and this material world is simply a suffering. So let us just give up this body and just march into the Brahman. So this is the jnana kanda. But sometimes people are thinking about Krishna, but their destination is to merge in Brahman. So in this way, but these two processes, jnana kanda and karma kanda, there is Narottam Das Thakur is telling this is just like just like poison, a pot full of poison. And if someone drink it thinking this is nectar, you follow these two paths, karma kanda and jnana kanda, then finally what will happen? They will simply travel in this material world in 84 lakhs of species again and again. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare sayanam. Again and again, the cycle of birth and death, different species of life. So they cannot make one free from this birth and death. The only problem is birth and death, old age and disease. These problems will be solved when one attends the lotus feet of Krishna, when he enters the spiritual world. There are no more jadgatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. So only path of bhakti can solve this problem. Yesterday we have, in the previous class we have heard Shankar Sandhya Prabhu telling how this Brahmana was sitting in front of Ranganath temple and he was not able to properly reading the Bhagavad Gita. But his spiritual master told him every day to read Bhagavad Gita. So he was trying his best, reading his Bhagavad Gita. Though he is not able to read it properly, he did not know Sanskrit so well. But still he is trying. Whole Gita he was reading and every day. But there are many mistakes in pronouncing the words, Sanskrit words. But still he is reading. But general public, they are laughing. What is this guy? This guy is doing? He is not able to read, and same time he is also crying. He is crying. He is just closing the Bhagavad Gita and looking at the pictures, at how Krishna is sitting and sitting in a chariot, and how he is following the instructions of Arjuna. He has become a chariot driver for his devotee Arjuna. So seeing this picture, he is crying. How the Lord is so merciful. He is Bhakta Vatsal. Aham Bhakta Paradhina. He was Swatantra Ivadija. Lord told, I am not independent in front of my devotee. Though all the Vedic literature, even the first line of the Srimad Bhagavatam, first play, Janma dasya jata itaratas charthesu abhigya sorat. This word is used. He is sorat. He knows everything. And he is sorat. He is independent. But same Lord told to whom? Durvasa. He told, aham bhakta paradhina. I am everywhere independent, but not in front of my devotee. My devotees always control me by his pure devotional service. So we see how this then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come to this man, ask, hey, what you are doing? I am trying to read Bhagavad Gita. I am reading Bhagavad Gita. My Guru told this every day. Why are you crying? Just see this picture. How Lord Krishna has become a chariot driver for his devotee Arjuna and his. And when I saw this picture, when I think about this Bhakta Vatsal, this how Lord is subservient or he is following the orders of his devotee, I could not stop my tears. So this is bhakti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, oh, you understand the purports of all Vedic literatures. Then Mahaprabhu embraced him. Then he became a pandit automatically. Jasya deve para bhakti, jatha deve tatha guru, tasya tahi katitai artha prakasante mahatmanam. So immediately Brahmana became knowledgeable. Then he started reading perfectly Gita. He understood the purports of Bhagavad Gita. So this is bhakti. That's why this Brahmana wife, they are following the path of pure devotional service, bhakti. They may not know Sanskrit or they do not know all these things, all these technical things in bhakti. They do not know Shastra may be perfect, but they have attained the goal of life, the attraction for Krishna. They attain this stage of bhava bhakti. They have spontaneously attached to Krishna. They are always thinking about Krishna. They are nothing to think anything more other than Krishna. Vrindavan Das Thakur says, what is bhakti? In Vrindavan, in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur says, bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga dhan, bhakti yoga Krishna nama sravana krandan. What is bhakti? Bhakti yoga is, this bhakti is only wealth for a devotee. He has no other wealth, only bhakti yoga, following the path of bhakti. But what is bhakti yoga? It was Krishna nama sravana krandan. By hearing about the glories of Krishna, one must hear and chant the glories of Krishna. And when he is chanting or hearing, then Krishna nama sravana, then krandan, then tears must flow from his eyes. He must cry. Nānyā gṛhṇanti vadanam gadgada ruddhaya gira pulakair nishitang vapuh kada taba nama grahane bhavishyati. When that day come, oh Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, and ISKCON is teaching all of us. When that day come, when by simply chanting your holy name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, the tears flow from my eyes. Nānyā gṛhṇanti vadanam gadgada, my gadgada vidhehi gira, my voice will choked. When my body will tremble in ecstasy, when that day come. But that stage already achieved by the Brahmana wives. They are crying in front of Krishna. They are crying Krishna. Whatever is telling, this verse is, in purport is written that, or Vishnu Thakur is telling that when they are chanting this verse, actually they are crying. They are crying and telling these words to Krishna. gṛhṇanti no patayaḥ pitarau, this verse. Our husbands, fathers, sons, brothers, other relatives and friends will no longer take us back. And how could anyone else be willing to give us shelter? Therefore, since we have thrown ourselves at your lotus feet and have no other destination, please, O chastiser of enemies, grant our desires. This is pure devotion. So this Brahmana, these wives, they've achieved that stage already, perfection of life. But still, Krishna is telling, no, it is not. Listen, please, you return back to your home. Because the Krishna is telling that the goal of what is the goal? Just to remember me always. What is the goal of all the following the paths of devotional service? As Rupa Goswami told, always remember Krishna, never forgets him. Smartabhya satatang Vishnu, Vismartabhya najatuchit, sarva vidhi nisedhesu etoyarava kinkar. Whatever the regulative principles are, we are following. What is the goal? The goal is to always remember Krishna, never forgets him. Sadhana bhakti, this is the goal of sadhana bhakti. In the other verses, Krishna is telling it is by hearing about me, seeing my deity forms, meditating upon me, and chanting my names and glories, that love for me develops, not by physical proximity. Therefore, please go back to your home. Krishna asked to this Brahmana wife, just return back to your home. You are not, it is not proper to just stay, that the Brahmana wife is thinking, we must stay in this jungle, in forest. It is better to stay. They are thinking in previous verses, they are thinking, okay, we are in Brahmana caste, and Krishna was in, according to the, just outside this society, Krishna is a cowherd boy, and he has relation with the cowherd girls. But a Brahmana is in a higher caste, and they are married. So this is not, the society will not allow this, to have relation with Krishna. So Brahmana wives, they are telling, okay, we are not desiring yourself, we can just allow us to stay in forest. We will stay in forest. Whenever you visiting these forests, and the tulsi garlands from your neck, some tulsi leaves maybe fall down, and we just collect these tulsi leaves and flowers, just smell them, and just touching in our hearts, we will be satisfied. Just ask her to allow us to stay in forest. But Krishna told no. This is not proper. Because Krishna is also residing as Paramatma, a super soul in everyone's heart. There he is also in the heart of the Brahmanas. The Brahmanas are karmakandis. But they, because of Krishna's mercy, they become immediately understood this position of Krishna. That Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita 15. Sarvasya chaham hrudisan nivishto matah smrutir jnanam apohanam cha vedaisya sarvair ahameva vedyo vedanta krit veda videva chaham. Krishna telling, I am residing in everyone's heart. From me, the knowledge, mata smriti, the remembrance, jnana, the knowledge, and forgetfulness, everything comes from me. So then Krishna, just from within, just gave knowledge to this Brahmana. They immediately understood the positions of Krishna and Balaram. Then they started repenting, oh, what we have did. They are the Supreme Lord. So Krishna told, don't mind. You just return back, everything will be okay. I will take care of everything. So that's why Krishna is telling that it is by hearing about me. Just you are continue hearing about me. And they are hearing from the, as mentioned, they are hearing from different other women, those who are selling flowers, they are selling betel nuts, and they are Brahmanas, they need also the milk preparations. Also these gopis sometimes going to selling these milk preparations. So in the meantime, they are also hearing the glories of Krishna from them. How Krishna killed different demons, how different pastimes every day. Krishna performed some pastimes in Vrindavan. In this way, they were developed love. That is same thing Krishna is telling you. It is by hearing about me and seeing my deity form, meditating upon me and chanting my names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. And glories that love for me develops, not by physical proximity. Therefore, please go back to your home. Just So that is the bhakti, and this is the Gaudiya darshan, because vipralambha, there are two types of bhakti. Some this direct relation with Krishna and thinking Krishna separately, being staying in a distant place from Krishna and remembering him. This is called vipralambha. This is the Braja Bhakti. This is the highest type of bhakti. That is the Gaudiya darshan. Every Gaudiya philosophy. Ayi dina dayardanath hai mathura nath kada avalokya se hidayam tadaloka kātaram daita bhramyati king karomyam. This is called in Rasa Shastra as the Kaustubha money, as the jewels, Kaustubha jewels. As Madhavendra Puri was chanting this verse again and again and again, when he was disappearing from this material world, we entering in the Telala, he was chanting this verse and again and again. Oh Krishna, Dina, Dayardanath, oh merciful Lord, Lord of the fallen, and though, oh Lord, Dina, Dayardanath, Mathura Nath, oh Master of Mathura, where are you now? How can I achieve your lotus feet? Mathura, Kadavalakas, how can I see you again? How can I have your association? My heart is devastating, it is completely broken. I am just, I have no more, I could not have no more patience I can tolerate. Oh Daita, oh most dear one, Daita, what shall I do? Where shall I go? How can I achieve your lotus feet? The gopis also like this. They are in Vrindavan, where Krishna went to Dwarka, they are crying day and night. This is the topmost bhakti. So this is that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also experienced the same thing. He is in Jagannath Puri, but always remembering about Vrindavan. Always thinking about Vrindavan and Krishna, Radha Krishna's pastimes. He was just like mad. He is experiencing the mood of Radharani and how the Brajagopis, they experience the highest love for Sri Krishna. So that's why Krishna is just asking these Brahmana wives just to go, return back to your home. Always chant my holy names, always try to hear my glories from others, see my deity form and meditate on me. In this way, you will achieve the goal of life. Your love for me will increase. So, but still we see an example here that the Brahmana wives, they are setting that first we have to, when you enter into bhakti, you have to surrender everything. Sarva dharman paritejya mam ekam saranam praja. You must surrender to Krishna. Though it is not everything, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when talking to Ramananda, he rejected this. Not this. Kaha aga, unless they told this famous verse that in Brahma's prayer, grāne prayase udopasya namantaiva. That's this verse, that what is means by that sthane sthitvat sutigatang tonobhag manobhi. The Brahma told this sthane sthitva, there is no need to change your varna or ashram. Just stay in that place, wherever you are. Sthane sthitva sutigatang tonobhag manobhi. Just surrender in your words, your body and your mind to Krishna. Just surrender, just perform the devotional service from that place. You will achieve perfection. Whether someone is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, or he is a sannyasi, a Banprastha, or a Grahastha, or Brahmachari, there is no problem. Everyone is allowed to perform devotional service. Striya, Vaishya, Tatha, Sudra, Tepi, Janti, Parangati, Mang, Hi, Partha, Vipasitya, Steopi, Supapa, Janayo, Krishna told in Gita. Bhakti for everyone. The most fallen people can perform devotional service. and achieve the highest destination in life. On the other hand, if someone is born in a higher class but he is not performing, Muchi, this famous this verse that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, Muchi haya, suchi hai, jadi Krishna bhaje. Suchi haya, muchi hai, jadi Krishna tyaje. If someone is born in a very low family, but he is performing, he is practicing devotional service, then he is better than a Brahman. He is a Vaishnava and he is qualified to please Krishna. But if someone born in a Brahmana family, in a higher caste and a higher position in society, but if he is not performing devotional service, he is following karma kanda like this Brahmanas, karma kandi Brahmanas, then it is not appreciated. He is lower than a Sudra. Diner adhik kripa kare Bhagavan, kulina Brahmana panditero bada abhiman. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are proud. These Brahmanas were performing simply Jagya, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. They did not listen to this. What is Krishna Balaram told. But because they are connected to their wives were pure devotees. So Krishna gave some mercy to the Brahmanas. So they understood what is the goal, what we are doing. They started repenting. So, okay, this is due to the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. He shows us this path of pure devotional service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So it is time. So anyone, any question or comment?
Lord Ramachandra was very careful to set a proper example. Even Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that he performed certain duties so that everyone would follow his example. Krishna is very careful. So for devotees, they can maybe appreciate this love of the wives of the Brahmanas, but in ordinary dealings it seems against Vedic culture to leave your family, husband, and go off. The basic criticism was there. So was Krishna not concerned that the general public would criticize such a behavior? All was many times discussed, but how do we explain that the Lord sets a good example here? He kind of just let go and gave full love to the Brahmanas' wives. Didn't set a proper example in ordinary standard dealings.
One cannot go up unless he achieve that platform. Unless one achieves spontaneous love for Krishna, he cannot let. It is not possible. Brahmanas, they achieve that platform. That's why Brahmanas, they run away. It is not possible for others to run away. Not except gopis and Brahmanas, this Jagyapatris. It is not possible. The ordinary platform someone will run. Not possible for everyone. So Krishna is anyhow, Krishna rejected this. Just return back to your home. So that's why it's not prematurely. Someone should imitate the Brahmana Patnis or someone just run away. So this is not allowed in society. So we should not imitate. We have to follow the instructions. Okay. So any other question? Yes.
I was trying to see in the end that the Brahmanas, they were repenting and cursing themselves. That was the use of doing all these sacrifices. That they could not recognize Krishna as coming out and being modern. So, of course, from recent it appears that Brahmanas ultimately will never realize their mistake. But simultaneously, out of fear of Kamsa, they were not ready to go outside the darshan of the Lordships. So this repentance, this cursing themselves, do they really mean, if they are really thinking that whether it is wrong and we didn't go outside, then ultimately the final they should have gone outside without any fear of Kamsa.
Who? Brahmanas?
The Brahmanas.
So Brahmanas, they understood what is the goal of life by mercy of Krishna. So they may be left up, gave up the karmakanda things. think about Krishna, follow the paths of devotional service. Shravanam Kirtanam. Okay. So any other question? Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for it. So one question I had was that, so when you quoted from the Bhagavad Gita, Yad Tatva Nanivartante, Tad-dhamma-param-mama. So by this verse I understood that once the jiva attains the Lord's abode, he never falls down. But from the lectures of Srila Prabhupada, we keep hearing the statement that we jivas have fallen down. So I have this question that where did we fall down from?
This very contradictory question. This is already this is but still those were when Krishna is coming for his pastimes to this material world, with Krishna's will, one can come down. If Krishna wants to send someone to go for his pastimes, so Krishna, how Jai Vijay came down? Came down, Jai Vijay also came down. So this is according to, this is, though the general principle is no one should come down. But still in special situations according to the desires of Krishna. Krishna's desire is supreme. Whatever Krishna wants. Sometimes Krishna come for pastimes. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come for pastimes. So they cannot perform their pastimes with this, with your ordinary conditioned souls. They perform their pastimes with their eternal associates. So he brought all of them here. According to Krishna's desires, one can come to this material world. General principle is not followed. Okay, generally one does not come down, but in special cases, due to the desire of Krishna. Okay.
Yes. As you said that those who worship demigods, they promote to the heavenly planets. As you said, those who worship demigods, they promote to heavenly planets. So is there any chance those who worship demigods, can they come to the Krishna consciousness level?
Those who have achieved heavenly planets, if they are worshipper of Lord, they are worshipping karma yoga, following the karma yoga. By worshipping Lord Vishnu, they come to the heavenly planet because they have no material desires are not gone. Even Srila Prabhupada told in a morning walk, someone asked, Prabhupada, you have accepted so many disciples. Everyone will go to return back to Godhead? Prabhupada told, no, those who are strictly following my principles. Those are strictly following me. Then after little time, but just stop, then Prabhupada told, 80% of them simply become demigods in their next life. One cannot march to spiritual world simply, unless you finish your all desires, everything. So those who are following bhakti, because of still they have some material desires, they went to the heavenly planet. So they can go gradually, bhakti will not destroy. But those who are following karma kanda and attending heavenly planet, they cannot go. Okay? Any other question or comment? Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki